Welcome back, brothers and sisters. Don't mean to leave you all out. Very rainy day on the homestead. We've got forecasted 2 weeks of rain. That means the cuckoo clock's going to go off, and of course it's noon, so it's going to be a long one. Means we've got some projects to do in the shop. I'm going to be building some stab jacks. Jariah just picked up the material yesterday. We got it degreased. I'm going to put it over here by the stove. That's not what we're going to talk about today. That's what I'm going to build today, and Lord willing, I'll share that with you in the morning. Tomorrow morning. What we're going to talk about today is something really unique. You'll never guess what's inside this bucket. Goodness, we run a tight ship around here. I've got visual aids for our East Coast friends. So, King Solomon said that there's nothing new under the sun. That's mostly true, but this is really unique here. Now, this bucket and the contents of it, I'm pretty excited to share with you. I was reading through the comments, and thank you all. What a blessing it was to hear all of the encouragement. Unbelievable, a pure miracle, the amount of views yesterday's video got. I know this because I follow analytics. I've done this for a long time, and I understand it. And for a video like that to get the reaction that it did, what that told me is you guys are hungry for the unvarnished truth. And I'm encouraged by that, and we're going to get serious around here. So this bucket, so first off, so the question that kept coming up is, all right, where do we start? Where do we start? Well, it's simple. You start right here. You start with this sort of thing. You get yourself a rifle, know how to use it, get yourself some good garden tools because you're going to be gardening sooner than you know. And get the Rogue tools. I'm going to put some Amazon affiliate links down there. Yeah, I know, it's shilling, but it helps the channel, and I recommend quality products to you guys, and if you want the best garden tools that you'll buy once, cry once, it's Rogue. They're the best. They hold up to the fire ground, so I'll put some of my favorites down in there. But today, this was sent to me by our friends at Refuge Medical. Forrest and TJ, I've done a video in the past with them. There's some good people over there. This company that produces this product supports 17 families, 17 God-fearing families that rely upon this. And so when you're buying from them, you're getting the best first aid kits that I've ever seen, and you're supporting a good cause. But this is truly unique. This bucket and the contents of it, you won't believe how much stuff's in here. Let's just lay it all out. It's easier to lay it out. I like to see stuff rather than reading lists, and you can see for yourself and judge for yourself. You know what? I'm going to put some paper down. That old bench is greasy. I want to keep all this stuff clean. Professional homeowners are not so good about keeping their pocket knives sharp. Just look at the product. Look at the quantities. Now, the way I see it, this kit, it's two parts to it. This, what we have here, how I understand it, is the basic kit. And that's going to be, last time I checked, don't quote me, but it was right around the $200 mark. Good grief. The $200 survival kits that you get, they don't have anything like this. They've got a bunch of superlative stuff on there. Did I even use that word right? I was trying to make you think I was smart. Well, I might have had just the opposite effect. This is the basic kit, and then you can do an add-on. You can see right here that gives you the shears, the advanced surgical kit that we'll cover here in just a second. But my goodness, look at the antiseptic. We've got hydrogen peroxide here. We got povidone. Basically it's that brown stuff they smear all over you right before you go into surgery. And then we've got our isopropyl alcohol, huge quantities, right? I mean, we're not getting a little tiny wet sponge or pad, a little packet that dries up when you need it and it's not there. Look at the gloves. How many gloves are in there? There's got to be hundreds of them in there. We've got triple antibiotic ointment. I mean, I've never even seen it in this quantity, this size before. 4 rolls of tape. The kits that I have had that got a little tiny bottle in there, and you got 2 of them. And really, I mean, the backbone, the real bread and butter behind these kits, the thing that you're actually going to be using day to day is Band-Aids. I mean, that's really the only thing that I'm constantly restocking in my kits, and there's a whole bunch of them. I mean, like a Costco-sized box in really nice, heavy-duty, those even heavier than freezer bags. We've got 5x9s. We've got big blood sponges, stoppers here. I mean, the bag is just bursting. It's full of them. We got a whole bunch of them here. We've got some abdominal pads. You know, these really fluff up, and you know, these what you would pack a wound with and such. Whole bunch of gauze right there, rolled gauze in there. Good, my goodness. Then we got some small ones here. We got some, looks like some 2x2s, you know, for smaller things if you don't want to get into the big ones, but tons of them. I mean, look at the quantity. And then here we got our 4x4s. You know, that, I guess that's probably real bread and butter right there, to be honest. And then some more 2x2s. But this is a very comprehensive kit. It all fits in that bucket. Let's come in close here and I'll show you the surgical kit because it's pretty interesting in itself. Here is the add-on surgical kit. Right there, you can see there's the contents on top of the bucket. This is going to be extra. I said it in the past. I know someone's going to be here for the first time. You can tell a lot by these right here. These are North American Rescue shears. These are legit. These are the best you can buy. It's got the opening there for the O2 bottle. It's got the MSN number. These are quality items. Very few people would even get this. You know, to put this in here, you know, that just speaks to the morals and ethics. I mean, I went on and on about this, but it's a big thing. It's the attention to detail that's important. When you see this, I know that thought has been put into everything. The best equipment has been sourced that's available. And that puts my mind at peace, you know. It's a small thing, but it's a big thing for me. This is really nice. We got a surgical instrument kit. And I know folks are going to be saying, you know what, I don't even have basic first aid. You know, what am I going to do with a surgical kit? Well, we're going to cover that here at the end, so stay tuned here. But you can see this is a nice quality item here. You're going to have everything. You're going to have your forceps. You're going to have your tweezers. You're going to have, you know, your you can put cotton swabs and, you know, like a gun cleaning rod. You know, get in there and you can clean stuff out. You know, get, you know, all the things you're going to need in a nice little package. I think that's worth ordering. If I was going to order this kit, I would definitely do the add-on for sure. And it comes in a nice case, very nice right here. We've also got, there were supposed to be 3 things. Yeah, we got the trauma shears and then our surgical kit. So we have here, we got a sterile field, and then we're going to have some disposable scalpels, some more tools in there. Looks like there's a whole bunch. Let's get into it. I actually haven't opened this. I mean, this is legit, guys. This is really a nice kit. And the quantities, I mean, to be honest with you, the first time I saw it, I don't know how they can even make a profit because this stuff is expensive for that price point, and there's so much of it. I mean, look at the sutures. Look at them. I mean, they're good grief. I mean, everything you could need in here. Look at how many there are right there. I'm surprised. I really am surprised. I mean, you could put this bucket in your preps, in your kit, put it in with your food in the basement, and it's going to be there for you. It's going to be there, and it's going to have the things you need, and you know that guys smarter than you have figured all this stuff out and made sure you had what you needed. It's just one less thing to worry about. In all good conscience, I need to cover my affiliation with Refuge Medical. I don't have one. They sent this to me. This is the second package they sent. They didn't ask anything. They just sent a letter and said, this is our kit. Would you take a look at it? Give us some feedback. Let me know what you think. Well, I told you what I think. Brothers, hear me. This is important. Listen, please listen. There's coming a time, I believe it'll be in our lifestyle, where we're going to be, as people of the book, people of faith, we're going to be cut out of the economy. This country is going in a direction where there's going to have to be an alternative economy. We know, we have the prophecy. It's not going to be any mystery that God's remnant is going to be cut off from and not have the ability to buy and to sell. What does that mean? That means that you're going to be on your own, just like we were 200 years ago, 100 years ago. So that's not necessarily a bad thing. That might be a good thing for a lot of us. It might lull us out of our sense of complacency and kick us in the rear to get us moving and get into action. You need to have this. $200, $250, I know that's a lot of money, but cut something out of your life. If you've got 2 tunics, sell one and go buy this. There's some things that you need. You need that, and you need to know how to use it. You need to be able to know how to garden. You need to know how to, and have everything in place come next spring so we can plant. You know, I'm not any further ahead of you guys. I'm not ahead of you guys on this. I had my homestead established where I thought that I was going to be an island in the storm, and you know the story. I'm starting over like you guys. I put my greenhouse in, that's it. I don't have an orchard, I don't have anything in, but I'm milling lumber and I'm putting in my garden boxes, and I'm planning on doing a lot this spring. I'm going to be putting all that in. So don't worry about it if you don't have that stuff in place. And don't worry if you don't have a big piece of land. It's incredible. There's so many resources out there. Curtis Stone, for example, where you can grow so much food in such a small area. I mean, when you think about it, it's an incredible gift of God that He's given us. You know, He's told us, you know, by the sweat of your brow that you'll make a living. You know, He's speaking to us men. And really, the amount of food that comes out of the ground, if you just put in the smallest effort, it's incredible. It's typically, if you get serious about it, you have an abundance. You have enough to share, and it's basically, it costs you very little. A few seeds, maybe a few tools, but you got to put the work in. You got to be there and you got to do it. So don't be discouraged, but have the things in place. Get your medical supplies. And when it comes to the surgical kits and you saying, you know, I don't know what to do, you know, you'll figure it out. One thing you need to do, and I'm going to put an Amazon affiliate link in the subject heading because you know I'm all about that shill life. But this is something you need to get. This is a book, and I believe it was written for medical missionaries where there are no doctors, a Village Healthcare Handbook. This is something that you need to have today. You need to order this right now. What it does is it's going to give you a very simple, in layman's terms, how to deal with medical emergencies. Basically, it's going to show you how to use this kit. How to deal with wisdom teeth, how to deal with childbirth, how to deal with ruptured appendix. No, it's not going to be easy and it's not going to be pretty, but if you don't have access to the internet, if your computers are down, this is what you need. To have this in that bucket right there is very important. You would be in a good place with this kit. You really have things covered, right? Add a few medicines, maybe some Tylenol, some over-the-counter prescription stuff, and you're in pretty good shape. Get your tools in order. Make sure have a plan. How are you going to grow? Now, if you think you've got a seed vault that you bought off of InfoWars, and that when hard time comes, you're just going to go and cast your seeds on the ground and you're going to have an abundant crop, you're in for a rude awakening. Now, I am not much of a gardener. Actually, I don't like it at all. That's Mrs. W's forte. I'll build the fences, I'll build the garden boxes, I'll guard the perimeter, but that is her thing. We're going to be sharing that with you. We're going to be doing that together. So don't be dismayed if you're a little bit caught on the back foot with that stuff. We'll be doing it together. So am I. So am I. I think we'll have time and we'll do it and we'll have a good time doing it. But start with that. Start with a good medical kit. Get this out of your way. An investment of $250, $300. Man, you'd be in good shape. Get a few garden tools and start thinking and planning about what you're going to do and where you're going to grow and how you're going to preserve your food and such. And we'll help you as much as we can. But remember, from the time you plant those seeds this spring, you're not even going to see a harvest until the fall. So you're looking at, from today, at almost a whole year before you can even reap what you've sown. So what does that tell you? Well, you have to figure out what is it going to take to feed your family. If we have economic collapse, if you lose your job, if you're eating out of your pantry, if your family is surviving from your pantry, you got to think about that, right? So you're going to want to have about a year's supply of food or the ability to get it. So don't count on that seed vault for saving you. And that's if everything goes perfectly. That's if we don't have an invasion of bugs or aphids or drought or just your ignorance, not knowing how to do it. Because gardening, trust me, there's a learning curve and it's steep. It's not just something you just do. And I mean, some people have a gift, some people do not. I do not have that gift. Fortunately, I'm married well. And it is true, a good woman is more precious than rubies. And I could tell you a million stories as to why that's true. I am going to put a link to my brothers over there at Refuge Medical. They've got a lot of stuff. Their stuff is very, very good. It's so good that he was saying, I was watching one of his videos, he sells a lot of his stuff to the guys that are in service that are buying their own IFAKs and their own emergency kits because the stuff that Uncle Sam is giving them is just not that great. And I've seen some of the stuff that Uncle Sam gives you on the Wildland Fireground, and the same thing is true there. Most of the stuff guys end up buying themselves because what they give you is just substandard. It's just not all that great. So that's it. Shout out to our friends over there. I appreciate you guys sending this to me. I also Really appreciated, TJ's doing man, he's doing some great lessons on the Old Testament. I started this morning on a lesson on Noah. If you want the hard, unvarnished truth, if you want the word that cuts like a double-edged sword, then that's what I'm seeing over there. I'll put a link to his site. Go over there and subscribe to TJ's channel. I'm just now starting to watch. I thank God one of my subscribers last night sent me a link to his channel, and I was visiting my parents, and I was listening to that on the way over. And I thought, man, I've been praying and praying for God to show me, give me a guide, to bring me to truth, show me where I'm in error. We're really at a disadvantage. If our fathers didn't take us aside and our parents didn't take us aside and to teach us these truths about God and these truths about life, man, all of that wisdom, the collective wisdom of mankind has just been thrown away. And here we are floundering around trying to figure it out on our own, trying to sift through propaganda, lies, and foolishness. So to find unvarnished truth, that's precious. It's very precious. And the fact that TJ's taken his time to do that means a lot to me, and I will be watching it. And I'll be looking forward to this Sabbath, spending some time in that, and I encourage you to do the same. So go on over there, show them support. Know that when you're supporting them and you're buying from them, you're supporting 17 families. And that's worth doing just in itself. Thanks, guys. Thanks for everything from Refuge. I really appreciate it. They sent a lot of other things that I can't go into all of it, but this was the thing that really stood out, and this was what I thought was most important for you guys to see. May God bless you and your families. Keep us in your prayers. We are on the cutting edge of this. Our family is under severe spiritual warfare, and I need your prayers. I'm more encouraged than I've ever been. I'm more optimistic for the outcome. I feel like I have a purpose, and I'm excited. Be excited with me. Join me. Keep me in your prayers. We'll see you guys on the next video. What is going out here? What happened to all that promised rain? I heard 2 weeks of rain.
I guess we're getting a little respite.
How's Honey Dog doing?
Oh, I really like her.
You like her?
I really do. She smells. She's got that puppy breath still.
So look at the snow on the mountain. Man, oh man, that focus. That snow's been snowed up there for 3 days, hasn't it?
It's beautiful.
What are you doing, Loaf?
Did you tell about her haircut?
Well, yeah. Hey, baby, come over here and show me your haircut you gave yourself.
The mullet is
Yeah.
alive and well.
Nice mullet.
So enjoy it until tomorrow. We're getting it fixed.
Mrs. W went to visit some friends and was out of town for a few days, and that happened the first day you left.
And then the last day, the puppy arrived before I got home. And
Yeah,
knew about
were
it.
you surprised that I brought home a dog?
No, I've been married to you long enough.
Well, it's easier to get permission than, how does that go?
It's easy to
Forgiveness
get
and permission?
Well, when it's this cute.
Let's see that face.
Now, if you would have brought home a bird,
A bird.
I don't know that I could have done that.
Oh, people were asking. Honey is a golden doodle, golden retriever poodle. Should be about, what, 70 pounds?
That's what you tell me.
Yeah, and she is sweet. All right, I'm heading back. I gotta build some stab jacks.